Hello, hello, my beloved sacred masculines and anybody else who finds their way to this channel. Welcome to probably another quickie with Star. I just did a video yesterday, and in it I was talking about embodied love on the sacred sexuality path, and just how much love I've been experiencing over here in India. And after my ayahuasca retreat, with just this really hard opening, really huge expansion with so much that's being cleared out. And I mentioned in that video a book that I've been reading that I called it the mystery book yesterday, because I knew I was going to create its own separate video. So I wanted to follow up with that. And again, so I don't know, this isn't going to necessarily be a long video, but just wanted to share this book with you because it is absolutely everything we're talking about here on this channel, which is a healthy, harmonious balance between the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine energies within us, which means we deep dive into a healing process of clearing and healing our wounded feminine, wounded masculine, toxic feminine energies, patterns, behaviors, codependencies, etc. And I'm hearing in the background, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's hammering going on. Again, I'm in India, so finding silence and quiet in India is, or in Varanasi anyways, just really not likely to happen. So, life on the road and on pilgrimage, we're just gonna work with it. So apologies if that hammering is in the background, but carrying on. So this book I've just discovered recently is all about the feminine and masculine, and understanding how they have been really wounded, and the codependency, how it's really just wreaked so much havoc on our relationships and our experiences in relationship and with ourselves. So whenever I find something that I feel is going to be extremely beneficial for us, I love to share about it. So this book has just been blowing my mind and really deep diving in and really opening things up for me. I've dedicated my life to this topic, and healing these energies and patterns and codependencies within myself, so that I can have and engage with in a healthy, harmonious, beautiful, sensual, sexy relationships with the masculine. And but again, as I always say, this has to start within first and foremost. If we haven't done the work internally, it's not going to show up in our external world. As within, so without. And again, that's something I always say. So hence the healing journey, hence this channel, we're talking all about that. So this book is Sovereign Love, a guide to healing, I can't read backwards there, relationships by reclaiming the masculine and feminine within. And it's just, like I said, it's all about what we're doing here. So very eye-opening. This woman is a psychologist. She's been working with couples for quite some time, and has really pinpointed a number of different themes and issues that come up regularly for people on their journey and in trying to navigate relationship and try to have healthy relationship. There's themes that the feminine and the masculine each deal with. There's deep pains and hurts that we've inherited, that we've taken on through our lives, growing up in this society, in Western society, and it's not just Western society, actually. It's in the patriarchal system, which is kind of most of our world is in this. And again, that has absolutely nothing to do with, I'm not shunning or shaming the masculine at all. It's just the experience that we've found ourselves in a real deep imbalance. We have negated the feminine for thousands of years, and so now we find ourselves in this situation where it's just imbalanced, and it's not going well for us, right? I think we can all agree that the relationships we've been having, that we've seen our parents have, and most of society, it's just not healthy, and it is very codependent, and we're giving ourselves away, too much of ourselves away, in order to be in a relationship or try to relate to another. We hide so much of ourselves, we shun and shame so much of ourselves, we repress so much of ourselves to try to fit in, to connect, to get love, that love and connection that we so desperately need and desire and want, right? So now we are understanding the imbalance. We're like, okay, that really didn't work. And now we have a lot more consciousness around these issues. So we're able to start moving in a new direction. And we need all the help we can get, because it's some deep, serious unpacking of some very long running patterns and issues that we, again, have just inherited and taken on as normal and just how it is, right? The status quo. But it is not healthy, and most of us are not happy in this situation, and we're having a really hard time, like, relating to ourselves, relating to the divine, relating to each other, and it's just not going well. So any way we can move out of that, and any tools are so helpful. So this book has just been, I'm going to read this little quote. I wrote it yesterday, but I'm going to expand on that a little bit. So, oh my gosh, these new glasses, I got new glasses there. I didn't get the, was it like progressive? I think that's called. So I can't read with them on. So bear with me here. Okay. Throughout the exploration of these stages, the stages of the way that she's structured the book, I'll help you identify your core energetic, which is that feminine or masculine, because we each carry both energies within us, right? What energetic you've been operating from and why, the polarities between masculine and feminine that are being created in your partnerships, and how to take personal responsibility for shifting your own energy to a more integrated place. The identification of these energetic polarities has completely shifted everything this woman has come to understand about love. This is the work of understanding the practice of loving as a spiritual individuation process, and the potential to bring us into deeper alignment with the truth of who we are. It is the understanding that at its core, attempting to love another person is a process of healing. And it's that last line that I read yesterday. You know, having just come out of a very important relationship to me, I can just totally relate, and that line just stood out to me so much. Attempting to love another person is a practice of healing, because that was what that relationship was all about for both of us. You know, really looking to heal our wounded masculine, wounded feminine energies that we have embodied. I'm rocking out the wounded toxic masculine myself. You know, we all, again, carry all of these energies that we've taken on. So that relationship for me was really a process of seeing all of my stuff, seeing just how much needed to be healed. And we went into it very consciously, with the intention of looking to heal those energies, and really moved through a lot. It was very eye-opening and very sobering and painful and amazing, and it was all the things. It's quite a journey, but it is, learning to love another person is a healing process, especially with what we've grown up with. And if loving them in a real authentic way, not loving them from our codependent, you need to be this certain way in order to receive love from me, and vice versa. I have to be a certain way in order to receive love from you. You know, in order for this relationship to be, I need to shut down so many parts of myself for it to work out. You know, that's where a lot of us are coming from. And it's just crushing our soul. It's just crushing our soul. It's not healthy. So this book is really deep diving into it. It really went into the masculine and feminine qualities, the healthy and the unhealthy, and it's helping me to see things about myself that, I mean, I'm familiar with these qualities, but the way that she has them listed out is, there was a couple of new things on there that were just like, wow, okay, yeah, I am definitely rocking that out. So I'm recognizing where I have just really embodied a lot of the, you know, masculine qualities. And again, growing up in a patriarchal society, that is not surprising, right? Because that's what is revered and cherished in this society. And it's gone sideways, a lot of it. You know, a lot of the masculine qualities have gone sideways. What's revered is actually not very healthy. So it was really eye-opening. And I guess I realized I've done a lot of work around the wounded feminine for myself, but now I'm seeing like, oh, okay, here's some masculine stuff that I'm like, yeah, that's not healthy. And I can see how it played out in my previous relationship. So awareness. It's consciousness. It's the more conscious we can get of these patterns and codependencies and and issues, the more we are aware of them, the more we have the power to shift and change them and make new decisions for ourselves, right? That's what I have a 12-week program that is all about this. It's all about diving into the wounded masculine, wounded feminine energies, and then into the healthy. Like once we recognize these unhealthy aspects, bring them up to our consciousness, then we can really take steps to shift and change them. If when they remain unconscious, we can't work with them. It's just that's just how it is, right? How can we work with something we're not even conscious of? So anything like watching this channel, watching other channels, getting teachings, reading books like this, really getting clear on like, oh my gosh, okay, that's what I'm working with. That's going to help us to move in this new direction that so many of us are ready for. If you're here and you're watching this, you've probably been doing the work already, or you're ready to. Something's speaking to you about this. And this is, how can we move into sacred, healthy, sexual, passionate connections when we're carrying all this shit with us, right? And that's the point of this book, and really working with our getting conscious of these things. We bring all this shit into our sexual connections, and we bring it all in with along with our sexual crap too, right? I mean, this all ties in together. So, and this is not just about like a love relationship. If you're not in a relationship, that's fine, or don't desire to be, that's fine. But you're rocking out these energies within yourself, because that's just what we are. And she really goes into that too, because I know some people can push back on, the feminine masculine understanding or way to paradigm of how we work with these energies. But that's just what they are, right? And you could use, yin, yang, solar, lunar, different, she talks about that too, like different terminologies, whatever works for you. But we are made up of these dualistic energies, and learning how to balance them and harmonize them and heal them and bring them into a beautiful, integrated, cohesive unity within ourselves. This is work that needs to happen regardless if you're in a relationship or not. And then the love is self-love. It's a love of the self. It doesn't have to, we don't need to focus it outside, and that doesn't work anyway. It has to be within. It has to be within. So this is good for everybody. It's not just about being in a relationship. That's not it at all. And I always advocate for it's doing the work for ourselves. It's for ourselves. And it's actually, it can be challenging to do this work in a relationship, especially if the other person isn't on board and isn't in alignment with this and ready to do the work themselves. So it's about getting conscious, it's about doing your own work, and then it's about connecting with others that are also conscious and also doing the work, right? Very freaking important. Very important if you're looking to have a healthy, conscious relationship and try things in a new way and move in a new direction. You got to be working with somebody who's also on the path. That's just it's really important. So if you are not in a relationship right now and you're looking to be in one, set that as a criteria. Have these conversations ahead of time. Don't just walk into it blindly. Don't just ignore any red flags of people that aren't doing their work, that aren't on a path, that aren't, looking to be the best versions of themselves, right? So that they can bring that into relationship. Really freaking important. Don't compromise on this. Absolutely do not compromise on this. So anyway, I think that's it for me on this book. And that's, we're at 14 minutes already. I guess I thought this was going to be a little shorter, but I love to talk to y'all. I just so do. And I'm so grateful for your presence, and definitely check this book out. And if you do, please report back and share what you think and what aha moments are coming up for you, because I've had huge ones. I am moving through some stuff big time right now, and it's just, I'm so inspired. Obviously you can feel that in my energy, right? And I'm so excited for all of us to wake up out of those patterns and move out of them and break free and have those gorgeous, sexy, healthy, passionate, loving, inspired, creative, supportive relationships that we long for. Again, first and foremost, with ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves with the divine, and then with another if we choose to, if that speaks to us. So Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel for so much more to support you on your journey, and check out my website as well. Lots of resources on there, other book recommendations, documentaries, movies to support you on your path, different teachings. There's so much going on there. So check that out. That's on the Beyond page on my website, and I have different offerings also as well. Of course, I'm in India right now, but I will be back in the States within a few months, and then we can get together one-on-one if that's something that you're interested in doing to explore sacred sexuality. And again, my 12-week program, check that out when you're really ready to get into this. So thank you so much for being here. Wishing you so much love from India. Bye all.